Thank you. First of all, let me thank Manjari Prabhu, uh, the festival, for inviting four of us. And it's my privilege to be here moderating such esteemed speakers as you have sitting next to me. So let's begin. Actually, let's just start out quickly and hear the three of you talk about the master. Osho, of course, the city is Osho's city, so Osho is very well known here. Probably most of you may have been to the ashram or are aware of his teachings and his discourses, etc. We can do some questions from the audience at the end. To begin with, I will just start with Ma Aruna Bharti. What drew you to Osho? 1978, she announced that you joined the ashram. Is that the time you met Osho, or did you meet him earlier? What was it about him that drew you to him? What was it about him that set him apart from other, men and women like him, who were there at that time, who are there even today? But what was so special about Osho?
It was 1971. We were in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. We were young, rebellious, and it was a hippie time. A lot of Westerners were also coming. Acharya Jagdish started traveling all over India in 1968, and then he was trying to gather mostly the people who are ready to awaken in the life. So when we went, and generally just we went in first discourse of Acharya Sri Jagdish, and I come from a very traditional Hindu family. But when Osho spoke about Krishna Meri Drashti Mein, Krishna in my vision, it was totally much higher quality of explanation, and we fell in love with him. From there, we knew that this is our master, because everything what he was teaching or explaining was way much deeper and truthful, spontaneous and honest. After that, we worked for him. According his guidance, and in '78, we joined the Osho commune in Koregaon Park here in Pune, and then he gave me a very big responsibility to, at that time, many thousands and thousands of devotees and lovers of Osho was coming, and my responsibility was to manage the whole cafeteria, which is called now Zorbati Buddha. It's a big canteen, and I'm the founder of that. So I was very grateful, because in my house, when would I feed so many people? And this was totally every day, 24/7 for 12 years. I devotionally served. And at the same time, there were 3 more departments that also was given to me. I used to go in his darshan as a guard and sniffing people, because he had allergy for the smell, for the fragrance. And I cannot explain more than how blessed I am, and my life with Osho is. I would say, if you really want to know Osho, go ahead and read his books, listen to his cassettes, do meditation. It's a key, golden key, which opens all the doors from within and explores it out, shine through from inside out. Thank you very much.
Jagdish ji, talk more about, what was it about Osho that really drew you?
मैं बोल सकता हूँ?
बिल्कुल. Is Hindi okay for the?
देखिए, मैं हूँ एक आर्टिस्ट हूँ मैं, और मैं सौंदर्य का प्रेमी हूँ। इज इट ओके ना? ओके। मैं तो जब मैं तो बचपन से एक प्रकार, जहाँ तक मुझे अपनी ज़िंदगी के बारे में याद है, मैं तो नास्तिक रहा हूँ। तो भगवान आदि से तो मुझे कोई आकर्षण नहीं था, ना तो अध्यात्म में मुझे कोई आकर्षण था। लेकिन जब मैं पहली बार आश्रम आया, रजनीश आश्रम आया 79 में, तो मैं तो सौंदर्य से अभिभूत हो गया। चाहे बाग में जाता था, एक छोटा सा लकड़ी भी टुकड़ा कहीं लगा हुआ था, कहीं उसके कहीं पे भी लगा हुआ था, कोई छोटी सी मूर्ति भी रखी हुई थी, एक एक पत्ता कहीं गिरा हुआ था। वो एक अद्भुत सौंदर्य था उस सब चीज़ में। ओशो की किताबें और पूरा जो माहौल में जो सौंदर्य था सब कुछ एक बहुत ही। और फिर जब मैं ओशो से मिला, जब उनसे मेरा संन्यास हुआ और उनका सौंदर्य, बस मैं दीवाना हो गया। वहीं से मेरी शुरुआत हुई, मेरी छोटी सी शुरुआत है। और उसके बाद में उनकी किताबों में मैं डिज़ाइन करता रहा, और वो जो सौंदर्य और जो हास्य उनके आसपास जो मुझे पाया, वो मैं अपने कामों में बांटता रहा। सारी ज़िंदगी में यही किया हूँ, अपने व्यंग चित्रों में, अपनी लेखनी में, हर ढंग से मैंने उसको बांटने की कोशिश की, अलग अलग रूप में, किताबों में भी। तो मैं तो इसी रूप में आया हूँ। और लेकिन ठीक है, शुरुआत मेरे सौंदर्य से हुई, लेकिन बहुत आगे तक गया। संभवतः सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम से ही मुझे परमात्मा को भेंट हुआ है। शुक्रिया।
Suchira, you never actually met Osho, as I understand.
No, I came 3 years after Osho had left his body.
Right. So tell us about what was it that drew you to Osho?
I was living in Australia at the time. I'm English born, living in Australia. I was originally from a Christian background. I went to Australia to live and emigrate there. I worked in a successful business, had my own business, and I had everything that I could need financially. I was very comfortable, and but I wasn't happy. So I suddenly went, okay, if it's, I was a straight person, straight person, or so I thought. And I thought, okay, if it's not on the outside, I got all the outside stuff, then maybe I should look on the inside. So I started looking around, and there was meditations for all people that had had cancer or were dying. They were doing meditations, but I couldn't find anything that was more interesting. I wasn't dying, I was just not happy. And eventually I started doing a Osho Tibetan pulsing healing in Australia with a sannyasin there. And I fell in love with the process. And the only place I could study it was to come to Pune. So I came to Pune, and then I realized that I was really in difficulty. I was very stuffed up. I had a lot of problems. So I dropped everything and came back to Pune. Originally I didn't come to be a sannyasin. But after 3 months of being in Pune and studying with my teacher Dharaj, one day I pulled a tarot card, and the tarot card was 2 people that were lost at night, and there was a streak of lightning. And the streak of lightning came, and in the lightning one person looked up to the lightning, and the other person used the lightning to look at the path. In that moment I went down to the sannyas office and decided I was taking sannyas because I wanted Osho to be the light on my path. Not responsible for me, but I wanted to give him permission. And in that moment I knew he was my master. It was between me and him. I didn't know what really a master was, but it was a love affair that I have never felt for anybody or anything else in my life like that. And then the trouble started, and I had to start working it all out. And I thought my jigsaw puzzle was all together, and then basically he shook it all up and we started again. And then I'm here now, 27 years later. And the journey's still, the play is still continuing. So it's a mystery and a magic of finding oneself. So that's me. I don't know if that answers the question.
So, Jagdish ji, typically work is associated with stress and meditation with calmness, relaxation. But Osho has something called work as meditation. Would you sort of enlighten us on that?
जी हाँ, ये ओशो ने जीवन के हर छोटे छोटे कार्य को ध्यान से जोड़ा है। हर छोटे छोटे कार्य को, नहाना भी एक ध्यान बन सकता है, उठना बैठना दौड़ना हर चीज़ ध्यान बन सकता है, ये ओशो ने हमें बताया है। यानी सुबह जॉगिंग के लिए जाते हैं वो भी एक ध्यान है, उसके लिए पद्धति उन्होंने बताई कैसे करना क्या करना। और काम खास करके जो है, जो आप कहते हैं कि वाकई सही में ज़िंदगी में लोगों को स्ट्रेस होता है काम करते समय, पहले मुझे भी था ऐसा कि शेड्यूल मीट करना है, हाँ तो था, लेकिन ओशो ने उसको वर्शिप बना दिया, वर्क ऐसे वर्शिप, तो वो पूरी उसकी कीमिया बदल गई, उसकी केमिस्ट्री पूरी बदल गई, और फिर हम उसमें एक आनंद ले लगे काम में, एक रस आने लगा काम में, पूरी बात बदल गई वही। और जो हम पहले करते थे उससे ज़्यादा हम कर पाते हैं, क्योंकि सिर्फ नाम हमने बदल दिया, उसको वर्शिप डाल दिया, उसको वो पूजा बन गया। तो ओशो ने बहुत सुंदर शब्दों में कहा है कि ये आप पर निर्भर करता है कि आप अपने दुकान को मंदिर बना सकते हैं, या आप चाहे तो मंदिर को भी दुकान बना सकते हैं, ये आप पर निर्भर करता है। उन्होंने सीधा कहा कि आपको अपने काम में होश को जोड़ना है, होश महत्वपूर्ण है काम से ज़्यादा, तो फिर आप पूरी बात बदल जाएगी, वही काम सब कुछ बदल जाएगा।
Aruna ji, would you add to that?
Pardon?
Would you like to add?
Add to that, yes, of course. So, देखिए अभी हमको लगता है कि क्यों ओशो, there are many teachers and there are a lot of disciples of different teachers, but with Osho what happened that his way to explain and bring things into life is unique. He very openly he talks, and not from where at the state he is from his enlightenment, but he comes down to the ground at our level, he talks. And then what he says about this Jagdish Swami, what he explained about work and worship. When we were in Rajneeshpuram, we made that city Rajneeshpuram in Oregon, America. It was amazing. We worked 14 hours and we were not tired, because we were all doing work with devotion. And just like you are doing puja, you are not tired. You are doing worship, you are not tired. So if you do things with not your heart, then you get tired. So either you make your work into you loving it, or you do the work what you love. So that is the thing, that is the beauty, and that's the magic of life. Try to make your work as a love affair, as a worship, and you see the transformation within you. And this is a very big phenomenon. Looks small, it seems small, but it just gives you a joy in life, in day to day, everyday life.
एक चीज़ मैं और ज़रूर जोड़ना चाहूँगा इसमें, क्योंकि आश्रम में हमारे यहाँ छुट्टी नहीं होती थी, हाँ, तो वो कहते अगर आप 4-5 दिन आप एक काम करके अगर आप थक गए हैं तो जरा काम बदल लो, तो वही आपकी छुट्टी हो जाती थी। एक दिन कभी गार्डन में काम कर लिया, एक दिन कभी बदल के आपने किचन में काम कर लिया, तो फिर आप ऊर्जा बदल जाती, फिर आप अपने डिपार्टमेंट चले जाते वापस। तो छुट्टी का था ही नहीं। ओशो ने भी अपने जीवन के आखिरी क्षण तक उन्होंने छुट्टी नहीं ली, वो किसी न किसी रूप में कार्य करते ही रहे, कार्य करते रहे।
Suchira, would you like to say something?
It's a bit different. Hello. It's a bit different for me because I have worked in the Osho Meditation Resort as a therapist and also as a session giver, and also working in Osho's house. But not the same. Basically, for me it's like, first of all, you use the meditative practices and you clear the dross. And then I feel that work as meditation is actually an advanced form. When you become clear with the meditations and you become clear within yourself, then you can start to use that in your day-to-day life. When you have the space within yourself to find that I think Buddha said, cutting wood and taking water from the well. You know, this simplicity, and actually bring, it's not about doing all the therapies and doing all that, they are useful, but they are just the ground to just live life and live in the present moment, just here and now. And so that means doing your, you know, cooking a meal or cleaning your toilet or doing work for the ashram. This is the true practice. Just living life, but from a totally different space of day-to-day, moment-to-moment presence, bringing that presence into the moment. So, I don't know if that's how I would say it. I'm sorry, I don't understand Hindi, so I can't quite, I couldn't quite follow what was going on.
That's okay, my English is not up to mark.
So I don't know if that links in at all. But day-to-day, moment-to-moment presence. But it is, to find that is, first of all, you have to do the work, clear the things out, and then you're ready to just be ordinary. Like our master said, he always said, I'm an ordinary man. And but to be ordinary is quite unusual, I think. To be ready to be without having to be somebody, without having to be a therapist or a great session giver or anything like that, just to be able to work in the kitchens and do these simple, what looks like simple things, but from a meditative space is quite a mature place to be, where you don't have to be important anymore. You can be, you're doing something, but not to be somebody, just to be present. And bring that, I think that is the greatest gift.
So, I think there are more than 600 books and upwards of 5,000 different audio
Yes.
discourses from Osho. And, you know, he spoke about pretty much everything, I believe. So if I were to ask you, each of you, and this would be something between, like each of you have spoken about the master and you, and the relationship between the master and you. So I hope the answers will be very different and very personal. What is that one message that you retain first of all from Osho?
Okay, so the one message is celebrate life. Do not condemn. Make things positive, and when you live life, put colors in it. Not only life, but death also. You have lived beautiful life, now it's time to go back home, the ultimate home. So celebrate that too. Many times people ask us, how come you guys are celebrating somebody died? Because everyone has to go one day. So when you live beautifully, you die beautifully, and you celebrate. Celebrate everything. Live, love, laugh. That is his main message to everyone. And he doesn't believe in being sadist. Of course, pain is there. But हम कहते हैं कि जब दर्द होता है तो दर्द होते होते when you feel the pain more and more, it becomes दवा. दर्द दवा बन जाता है एक दिन. How? Do not deny that you don't have pain, but at the same time also celebrate, dance, and let the pain come out. There are meditations that Osho has specially created one meditation which is called dynamic meditation. And in that meditation you can do catharsis, you can make yourself empty so you can be filled with bliss. So there are therapies, there are meditations. So it's not that there is, you celebrate, it means that you don't have pain in life. But don't hold on to that. Move on. And do meditation, and through meditation things transform. And bring joy as much as it is possible. Thank you so much.
मुझे तो एक संदेश जो ओशो ने पूरा बदल दिया है। जो सबसे पहला संदेश मैंने सुना ओशो का एक ही वाणी था, जो उन्होंने कहा था कि जो मूर्ख अपने आप को जानता है कि मूर्ख है तो ज्ञानी है। तो सिर्फ जानने नहीं जानने का भेद है, सारा खेल इसमें है, आप जानते कि नहीं जानते। ओशो स्वर्ग नरक को भी इसी तरह व्याख्या करते हैं कि जो कुछ आप होश में करते हैं वो आप स्वर्ग में हैं, तो जो कुछ भी आप बेहोशी में करते हैं आप समझो नरक में। सिर्फ इतना ही सब भेद है, जानना नहीं जानना, होश में होना और बेहोश में होना, इतना ही फर्क है बस।
Suchira.
Okay, what did I get when the first thing I ever read of Osho's, I opened a book.
Most important one.
The first thing that I ever read of Osho's when I opened a book, which was what ignited me to Osho, was be realistic, plan for a miracle. And what I loved about him always was he was saying, doubt what I am saying, but be the experiment. Get on and go and try the meditations and find your own experience. You will then find your own experience. I don't promise you anything, but I challenge you, or he challenged us, I feel, to go and do, not just read the books, not just do everything, but actually get on, do the meditations, have an experience, find out what is our own experience. Then it's our experience, it's not somebody giving it to us. Nobody can give it to you, only somebody can point the finger towards the moon. But if you keep looking at the finger and you don't look at the moon, you'll never see the moon. So get on and do the homework. Everybody needs to do the homework, and if Osho's message resonates with you and you feel it inside you, if it's another teacher, great, do that also. But if you find somebody who resonates with you, don't just sit around reading their words. Get on and do the practices that they are suggesting of you. Get on and have an experience. Do the homework. If you don't do the homework, you are never going to know, because even Osho, he cannot give it to us. He cannot hand it to us. He can just, he can give us all the sweetness and all the gifts, but we have to pick it up and use the tools. So he gave us all the tools. So for me, it resonated, and it helped me to find me and to be comfortable with me and to love me, even my darkness and my lightness and all that goes with it. All the easy times and the not so easy times. And when craziness is happening like it is in the world today, it is so beautiful to have a master that can give you a simple thing like just take a deep breath and stop in this moment here now. It's either not okay or it is okay, but it's going to change. So do the homework. If you feel like playing, get on and do Osho's meditations, give them a try. And you will find for yourself the answers, because you have to find the answers yourself really in this time. But we have so many beautiful guides, and Osho is mine and I think a major guide for this century.
So Jagdish ji,
Yeah.
January 1990, Osho left his body. And the Illustrated Weekly of India described him as the most controversial.
Yeah.
Because you've known him closely, personally as well, you, Aruna ji, and I know, despite not meeting him, Suchira also knows him very closely, probably as well as you both do. But tell me from your experience, do you think he liked to be controversial? Do you think that was a deliberate, intended
मैं
outcome?
एक छोटा सा वाकया बताऊंगा। एक ज़माने में स्वामी आनंद स्वभाव थे, जो आश्रम को ओशो के करीब भी थे, और वेकफील्ड के एक ज़माने में पार्टनर थे, मालिक थे वो। तो वो अक्सर ओशो के पास में जाया करते थे। ये 1970s के बात है या अर्ली 80s की बात है। तो आर.के. करंजिया जी का ब्लिट्स बहुत चलता था उस समय, टेबलॉइड जो है, और वो हमेशा कुछ कंट्रोवर्शियली छापा करते थे। तो लगभग 2 पेज तो ओशो के बारे में छापते रहते थे, हाँ, और खिलाफ कि यहाँ ये होता है, वहाँ वो होता है, यहाँ ये होता है। कंटिन्यूस छापते रहते थे कुछ ना कुछ। और तो आश्रम के जो अथॉरिटी थे अपना स्वामी जी, वो भी गए स्वभाव जी उनके पास में, और उनसे जाके कहा कि आप कुछ करिए ना, आपको बदनाम कर रहे हैं ये आर के करंजिया जी, आपको कुछ करना चाहिए। तो उसने कहा कि अब एक काम करिए, आप जरा फ़ोन लगाइए आर के करंजिया जी को और पता करिए कि उनका 2 पेज का एडवर्टीजमेंट का रेट कितना है। तो शायद उस समय भी उन्होंने 40,000 के समथिंग बताया, तो उस ज़माने 40,000 बहुत होता है। तो ओशो ने उनसे कहा कि भाई 40,000 का मुझे मुफ्त में पब्लिसिटी मिल रहा है, तो क्यों मेरा नुकसान करवाना चाहते हो। तो ओशो हर चीज़ को अलग अंदाज में देखते थे। हाँ, तो वो हर चीज़ में से कुछ शुभ निकालते थे। उनको कोई लेना देना नहीं, उनके बारे में बुरा कहते कुछ नहीं कहते। वो जानते हैं कि किसी न किसी बहाने लोगों तक लोग मुझे जानेंगे, बहुत होंगे जो उसमें जो मुझे ढूंढ रहे हैं वो मेरे पास में आ ही जाएंगे।
नहीं तो मतलब ये है कि वो ऐसा चाहते थे क्या कि कंट्रोवर्सीज लिखी जाएं, और या ये लोग लिखते तो वो इग्नोर कर देते थे?
देखो ऐसा है, उसमें मानते थे कि अगर एक कुत्ता आदमी को काट ले तो कोई खबर नहीं होती, लेकिन अगर एक आदमी कुत्ते को काट ले तो बहुत बड़ी खबर होती है। तो उन्हें खबर बनाना आता था और वो उसके मास्टर थे। हाँ?
मास्टर तो थे।
Obviously.
So,
He used to create controversy.
Aruna ji,
He knows-
anything you can talk about
this?
this subject?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, this is the same thing what Jagdish Swami says, that he used to enjoy the people's negative about him written, and he used to say that some people from negativity, they come being curious that what is actually happening. So when they come here, they fall in love, they see the beauty, they see the heartfulness in the ashram, and they fall in love, and then they become part of it. So he used that psychology, reverse psychology, on people also. While we love him, so we say master of masters, but actually he was master of masters. And he used every crooks and corner to bring people into awakening, Jagrukta, where even from negativity, he will use that. One time, long time ago, it was like when he was traveling, Acharya Jagdish, and one of the editor deliberately invited him to stay in his house. So he stayed. People used to invite him to stay in his house and then talk to people and, get together and everything. So he invited him and Rajnishi. So then he started asking some questions, and there were about 200-300 people also sitting there listening. Okay, on the weekend, just immediately, this was Friday and Sunday, the editor's column. In editor's column, this person wrote everything is his name, what Rajnishi had said. I mean, unbelievable, that no shame. So one of the friend went to Rajnishi, now Osho, went to Rajnishi and said that, look, this editor is so cunning. He invited you, he got few hundred people together, he asked you question, and now he wrote this whole article in his name. So, you know what Osho says? The message is important, not the name.
और एक मैं छोटा सा और वाकया बताना चाहूँगा। ये ओशो की सेक्रेटरी रही हैं, वर्ल्ड सेक्रेटरी आनंदो, उन्होंने मुझे बताया था कि एक बार उन्होंने भी जाके ओशो शिकायत की थी कि बहुत सारे लोग आपकी बातें कह रहे हैं, आपके ही बातें ले लेके कर रहे हैं और आपको कभी कोट नहीं करते। तो ओशो ने अपने हाथ से एक पेड़ बनाया उन्होंने, और उसके बहुत सारे ब्रांचेस है, उसमें फूल खिले हुए हैं, और उन्होंने कहा कि जो है मैं जड़ में हूँ, अगर जो ब्रांच जा रहे हैं अलग अलग खिल रहे हैं, उसमें से पौधे निकलेंगे, बीज निकलेंगे, अलग अलग पेड़ होंगे, उनको कोई ज़रूरी नहीं लोगों को मेरा नाम कोट करे, मेरा काम तो कर ही रहे हैं ना सब।
Suchira, anything?
Ask me the question again because I've lost it. It's in Hindi. It's sometimes I get a little bit out
Yeah,
of the question. of
yeah.
where
The
to go.
question is, whether Osho was a controversial man,
Okay.
whether he wanted to. Yeah,
Got you, now I got you, okay. They just have to trigger me back in again. Osho was an enlightened man. He does not work like a normal human being. He is going to do everything that is going to trigger you. He's not going to do what is the norm. He will look wrong. He will always look wrong because he's going for what's under here, hidden inside. And he's not here to be nice. He's not here, it is nice, but he's here to trigger you. He's here to make you think. He's here to make you look. He's here to make you... So yes, he's going to stir everything up. He's a very, very naughty and mischievous man. Absolutely mischievous. He was not here to be liked. And he was loved. But as my beloved here said, basically, if he got you there, then you had a go at it, then you walked into this ashram as I did, not to become a sannyasin, but I walked in and there was all these people and their eyes were shining and they were alive, and I thought, my God, who are these people? Who are these people? Their eyes were amazing, they were alive, they weren't walking dead people, they were alive. And they were dancing and they were crying and they were doing everything, they weren't just doing the good stuff. But they were triggering everything and they were coming back and finding themselves. But they were alive. And so I think Osho loved the controversy. He said, I don't care what it is, as long as it gets me seen by whoever, because then the ones that smell it right will get to me. And even I feel with this new Netflix thing, everybody says, oh, it's terrible, the Netflix thing came out and stuff. I said, no, it's fantastic. It's great because a whole new generation have suddenly got triggered to go and investigate Osho again. So he's still doing his mischief.
After this Wild Wild Country affair, our books are selling like anything anyway.
He's so mischievous.
So controversy helps.
Why be afraid of this either? Otherwise, a master's not afraid of anything.
No, he's not. Obviously, he's not.
I would
No,
like
but whether he was doing that, no fully aware.
He's an enlightened man, not a therapist, and
What
not a
was happening.
psychologist, and not a politician. He is an enlightened man. He is using whatever needs to be used from existence to trigger us to find ourselves. If you put him in, he's not a business. He's not a businessman. He's doing whatever, even if that gets him killed. He doesn't care. He's going to do whatever ignites us, or catches us, or tickles us, but pushes us to think for ourselves. Think
Wild
outside
Wild
the box.
Country, no? Naam kya tha, Wild Wild Country. I would like to throw some light on Wild Wild Country. How many of you have seen this Wild Wild Country? Okay. All right. Okay. So, let me tell you a little bit about it, and then if you, later on when you have questions, okay? So, I was there from the beginning to the end in Oregon, Radishpura, about what the Wild Wild Country movies are made in parts, okay? So first of all, see how negativity sells fast. These people who are being interviewed, they were living in a small town, population 40 to 45 people. Our Radishpuram, our ranch was high up in the mountains. So we have to go through this antelope little town and then go up. And we have to come down also to go to the other town and cities. So these people always only used to look at our clothes. And when we dance and sing, that's all. They never came to Radishpuram to actually discover or to find what is going on. They were fanatic 40 to 45 people in the town, cowboys, only shooting birds. They have never been on highways, aeroplanes, never went. So how these people can interview about the red clad, which we were called in public, the Osho people, the Rajneesh people, how can they judge? Did they come to interview us? No. They went to interview the people who have never been there. Only they have seen us passing by, dancing, giggling, enjoying life. And they are giving the interviews. And the filmmakers are clever. They know to catch, so they have taken the opportunity and made the films. And from that film, as Jagdish Swami explained to you, many more books are sold, many more cassettes, because then other people are curious, so why these people are talking so negative. But what I'm saying is not knowing and judging, the filmmaker took the opportunity. So then after that, come talk to us and understand what is really happening. They didn't do that, yeah? We had our own farms. We did our own buildings, construction, farming, cows, horses, fields. We were doing everything ourselves. We were self-made people. But they didn't come to see anything creative there. So if any of you have any questions, later on when Vivek ji completes his part of questions, you may ask. We're very happy to answer. Okay?
So the spiritual terrorist.
Pardon?
Yes, yes.
The spiritual terrorist
Yes.
is what Osho called himself.
Yes.
The rebel and the rebellious spirit.
Exactly.
These are books he.
Yes, yes.
What was he trying to get people to rebel about?
Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you. This rebellion is something outer. It is not like you're carrying a red flag and doing some political stuff or something. The rebellion is inside. आप क्रांति कर रहे हैं तो अपने भीतर अपने पुराने संस्कारों के साथ में, अपनी पुरानी सोच के साथ में, जो आपके उधार के ज्ञान है, जो आपका अपना नहीं है, जो आपने यहाँ वहाँ से इकट्ठा करके अपना मान के बैठ लिया है, उसके खिलाफ आपका विद्रोह है, ताकि आप एक बार पूरा अपने अंदर रिक्त हो जाए और वाकई में जो आपका अपना ज्ञान है वो उसके अंदर प्रवेश कर सके आपके भीतर। तो क्रांति अपने भीतर है, स्वतः के भीतर है, स्वयं में। उस तरह आप देखेंगे तो बुद्ध सबसे बड़े क्रांतिकारी थे, महावीर सबसे बड़े क्रांतिकारी थे। उस जमाने के हिसाब से उन्होंने क्या, अब हम जब ओशो की भी बात करते हैं, आप जरा सोच सकते हैं कि 70 के दशक, 60 के दशक में कौन जानता था कि ध्यान क्या है। वो जाके कोई वन में ध्यान कर रहा है या हिमालय में कोई ध्यान करता है। ध्यान शब्द को उन्होंने बाजार में लेके आया। कौन जानता था थेरेपी क्या है? आज हर जगह थेरेपी हो रहे, सेशंस हो रहे, कौन जानता था? सबसे पहले ओशो ढूंढ के एक जगह से, चाहे सूफीज़म में हो, चाहे जूडाइज्म में हो, हर जगह से एक ध्यान की पद्धति उन्होंने निकाल के लाया और इस आधुनिक रंग में उन्होंने रंगा और फिर लोगों के लिए परोसा बना के, ताकि आसानी से सुलभता से उसको कर सके। तो एक बहुत बड़ा उनका योगदान है जो शुरुआत की उन्होंने। नहीं तो कहाँ जानता था, कौन ध्यान की बात करता था? कोई ध्यान ऐसा था ही नहीं। आज घर घर लोग ध्यान को जानते हैं, करते हैं। और आज तो जितने भी घर बनते हैं, मैंने सुना एक मेडिटेशन रूम अलग से बनाने लगे हैं लोग। ये बहुत ही सुंदर शुरुआत है। और ओशो ने उस जमाने में नारी क्रांति की बात की थी और आज वो चरितार्थ हो रहा है। आप देख सकते हैं कितना बदल गया है नारी आज का, कितनी आज़ाद है नारी आज की। वो केवल आर्थिक आज़ादी के कारण ओशो ने उसकी नींव डाली थी। नहीं तो कहाँ आज़ादी था नारी को कि जाके एक सन्यासी बन सके और पुरुष के समतल खड़े हो सके। ओशो ने हमेशा अपने आश्रम में नारी को सबसे आगे रखा। हर काम एक मैनेजिंग में हमेशा उन्होंने नारी को इस्तेमाल किया, नारी शक्ति को इस्तेमाल किया और वो बहुत सुंदर रहा, बहुत सुंदर रूप में उसका घटा। तो ओशो बहुत आगे थे अपने समय से। और लेकिन बहुत अच्छा है कि अभी आज हम भारत में जो इतना बदलाव देख रहे हैं, इतनी अमीरी देख रहे हैं लोगों के पास में, बच्चे आज कितने समझदार है, इंटेलिजेंट है, उसमें कहीं ना कहीं ओशो का योगदान है। उसमें उन्होंने उस बात को उठाई थी, एक एक चीज़ों को उन्होंने कहा था, किया था, वो बहुत बड़ा उनका योगदान है।
बच्चों के लिए ओशो ने इतना कुछ कहा है कि जैसे मदर और फादर पहले से ही डिसाइड कर लेते हैं कि हमारा बेटा बड़ा होगा तो इंजीनियर बनेगा, डॉक्टर बनेगा, ये बनेगा, वो बनेगा। कभी बच्चे को चांस नहीं देते हैं कि भाई तुम्हारे मन में क्या, देखते नहीं है कि उसकी कैपेबिलिटी, उसके भीतर की क्वालिटी क्या है, वो नहीं देखते हम कि वो क्या कर सकते हैं। हम अपना ही थोपते हैं, क्योंकि हम नहीं कर सकते तो हमारा सपना पूरा करो। फादर को ये बनना था, वो उसके फादर ने नहीं बनने दिया, या सिचुएशन वो देते, तो हमारे बेटे को ये हम बनाएंगे। तो एक तरह से आप पिंजरे में बंद रखते हो बच्चों को, उनको खुला छोड़ दो, उनको आसमान में उड़ने दो, उनको पूछो, उनके दोस्त बनो, उनके साथ साथ आप आगे बढ़ेंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि इन बच्चे के भीतर कितनी सारी संभावनाएं हैं, और बच्चे के साथ बात करते करते निकालो कि उसको इच्छा क्या है और वो क्यों नहीं ऐसा बन सके। उसको पेंटर बनना है, आर्टिस्ट बनना है, और आप उसको इंजीनियर बना रहे हो, उसको कभी पूछते नहीं हम। फिर वो सप्रेशन, फिर वो नेक्स्ट पीढ़ी पे वही सप्रेशन जाता है, सप्रेस करके बाद में एक बार ऐसा होता है कि वो बच्चे कोई किसी बात ही नहीं सुनते, माँ बाप की दुश्मन बन जाते हैं। तो ये बच्चों के बारे में माँ बाप की तरफ से क्या होना चाहिए वो बताया। और विमेन का जैसे इन्होंने कहा, स्त्री के लिए स्त्रियों को आगे रखा कि जो इतने टाइम से, इतने समय से सप्रेस स्त्रियों को रखा गया है। तुम्हें नहीं मालूम, हर बात हम मालूम है, हमको मालूम है, तुमको नहीं मालूम। दिस इज द मैन पावर। सो ओशो प्रोवोक द विमेन शक्ति, उनको ऐसे ऐसे, जैसे मैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं, आई वॉज जस्ट ए हाउस वाइफ, आई एम नॉट इवन हाईली एजुकेटेड वुमेन, बट when Osho gave me so much responsibility, you can say power, but we don't call it power, we call it responsibility, with a challenge of doing things with devotion and being successful. 5,000 people at a time were having meals. Then carpentry. We had our own pottery, our own carpentry, our own soaps and shampoos and all little cottage industries. So 4 departments I was handling, and I didn't know anything. From there so one of them is me, right? I'm just giving you an example. So he gave opportunity to women, to couple, to understand their children and let children grow with their own potential. So this is all his contribution, a lot of contribution that he has given. Way back in 70s and 71s when we met him, my kids grew up. One of my child is now a lady, is in San Francisco University. She's an English professor and she has never been to school. Grew up in Osho's commune. So I'm using just an example, okay? So one of them is hotel management. They never. Education and schooling. We all know that how schools are giving pressure, and it is not. So education is totally different thing. Gathering knowledge and expanding knowledge, not being like a just everything, just memorizing and then you forget. So this is a big contribution of Osho in his lifetime.
Suchira.
What I would say is, of course, you say a rebellious man, the most dangerous man. Yes, he's dangerous to the society, the general power, people in power, because what he's doing is he's encouraging us to find ourselves, have our own voice, and of course then we cannot be controlled. If you come from a space of meditation, even if you are not controlled, you're not there to hurt or damage anybody, but you will come from a place of right practice, authenticity. But of course, for the powers that be, of course, that is incredibly scary, because he is encouraging us to find ourselves and listen to that small voice inside ourselves, which is not run by the mind, not run by even the emotions, not run by the conditioning that we've been brought up with, both good and bad conditioning. But you suddenly get to a certain age. I was 35 when I came to Pune, and it was like I suddenly started questioning everything. And so then he gave me the methods and the therapies and things to slow down enough to start looking in and listening to this, this inner voice, which we all have. We all have this voice. But we're running so fast. And now with everything, we're going faster and faster, and that keeps us away from listening to this small voice. So just even Osho, just slowing us down, giving us the meditations, giving us these simple tools to slow us down and start listening to ourselves, so that it empowers us to take our own responsibility. And no, we all know when we're doing the right thing. We also know when we're not doing the right thing. But are we listening? We're not listening. So of course, as a rebellious man, he was empowering us to be free, which meant that we're not acting like a load of sheep, just running around and following the status quo. And of course, then we're not so easily controlled, and that is very scary for probably for more religions or even governments or anything like that. So yeah, I think he was very scary to a lot of people, and I think he did a great job, and he's still doing it now. He's still igniting people. And then we continue, all of us, we continue to ignite people on. We are the, as he said, don't be a missionary. Be the message. Live it in your own unique way. And then you pass it on. And in this time we need it. So we have all the tools, so we just keep passing them on. All these beautiful people, and many I see in the audience who are here also, Osho sannyasins, or anybody that loves Osho, if you feel, or and even another master if you find and you feel he's authentic. Keep igniting people to listen to themselves. We have to find ourselves, and he really encouraged us to do that, as I see it.
So before we go to questions from the audience, just one last question from my side, and very brief replies. I'd like each of you to tell me something very personal that you share with Osho, which you would like us to know about. It could be something you spoke to him about, or an incident, or in Suchira's case, it will have to be something that happened between the master and the disciple. Yes. Suchira, you start.
I just don't know. I just bow my head at Osho's feet. I feel so grateful that he came to this planet. I feel so grateful that to myself also that I managed to find him, or he managed to find me. And just say to anybody, just if you're not happy or you're not doing it, just get out there and do something. Have a go with it. Practice it. Just go and have an experiment. Don't just sit there. Don't just sit there whining about it. Just get on and have a go and find out for yourself. So I don't know. I love that he never said I had to believe him. He just kept pushing me to find myself. He didn't want me to be a beggar at his feet. He wanted me to be with him. He wanted me to meet him, and so that's the most important thing. So I just say to people, get on and have a go. Have an experiment, have a play. Especially if you're not happy with your life, or you'll find yourself whining most of the time, because it's a hard time at the moment. So we have to just, it's how you look at it. It's not, it's not what happens, high and low, happy and sad happens, but it's how you choose to look at it. So you have to train yourself to look at it differently. I don't know. The master and me, it's beyond I can explain, really.
Jagdish ji.
देखिए ऐसा है कि बाकी सदगुरुओं को तो मुझे कोई अनुभव नहीं कि मैं तो सीधा एक नास्तिक से सीधा आस्तिक हुआ तो ओशो के चरणों में ही हुआ। हाँ, तो इतना मैं कह सकता हूँ कि एक बार उनके चक्कर में फंस गया तो कभी मेरा पीछा नहीं छोड़ते। अब भी मैं जो भी काम करता हूँ, चाहे फिल्म निर्माण को लेके हैं, जो अब किताबें लिखना, जो भी कहें, हमेशा उनकी मौजूदगी महसूस करता हूँ। और मज़ा तो तब आता है कि जो मैं चाहता हूँ वो होता नहीं, जो वो चाहते वही हो जाते हैं। मैं लिखना कहाँ से शुरू करता हूँ, ख़त्म कहाँ होता हूँ मुझे पता नहीं। मैं फिल्म कैसा बनाना चाहता था, वो फिल्म रेबेलियस फ्लावर ऐसा बना जैसा शायद वो चाहते थे कि वो उनका मेरे 5 उंगली के बीच में जो स्पेस है ना, वो ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है। तो वही हुआ, हमने भी जो फिल्म बनाई वो मौन ही संप्रेषण किया। जो भी उनको पसंद आया, जिन लोगों को फिल्म में, उसके द्वारा जो हमने मौन दिखाया था, जो मौन का एहसास करवाया था संगीत से और दृश्यों से और जो स्पेसेस से, वो लोगों को फिल्म में ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा।
अरुणा जी।
ओशो कहते हैं ऐसी लाइफ जियो कि जो तुम्हारे पास आए उसको मेरा स्वाद मिले। तो अब तो मैं बंद गई ना तो बस ओशो का स्वाद बांट रहे हैं, आप चख लो और पी सको तो घूट घूट भर के पी लो। पी पी लागी प्यास, मोए हरि दर्शन की आस। ये ना खत्म होने वाली कहानी है। जो उन्होंने सिर पे हाथ रख के कहा, नाचो गाओ और बाकी सब मुझ पे छोड़ दो।
Questions?
What we see is he used to always attack all the religions, not just Hinduism, but I mean each and every religion. What was the reason for that? I mean, his philosophy, that is, we can understand, but why was he attacking each and every religion?
देखिए ऐसा नहीं है। मैं हिंदी में बोल सकता हूँ, जवाब दे सकता हूँ।
एक एग्जांपल दे दूँ मैं। I will speak in English over here. A question was asked to him about Israel, and at that time he made a mention, and that was a very controversial issue, especially in US and in European countries. He said that the Jews killed Christ once, but by creating Israel, the Christians are killing Jews every day in the midst of the Islamic countries. And that created a lot of, a controversial issue all over the world, especially in the US and other countries. So there are a number of such as he said, he became a terrorist, regional spiritual terrorist. So was there any specific reason why he was to contribute to this kind of?
नहीं, अब ये आप जो वाकया बता रहे हैं ना, ये वो पॉलिटिकल है। लेकिन मैं आपको बताऊंगा, जो आप कहते हैं ना कि अलग अलग धर्मों के खिलाफ उन्होंने बोला है, ऐसा नहीं है। वो वो धर्म के बारे में बोलते थे, जब कृष्ण के बारे में बोलते थे, गीता पे हर अध्याय पे उन्होंने बोला, 18 अध्याय पे बोला उन्होंने। ऐसा कौन सा धर्म है जिस पे उन्होंने नहीं बोला है? बहुत ही सकारात्मक रूप में बोला है। लेकिन उनका एक अंदाज था, क्योंकि वो पूरी तरह आदमी को मुक्त करना चाहते थे। आप जीसस से मोहब्बत करते, बहुत सुंदर है, मोहब्बत करिए, हाँ, लेकिन आप जीसस को मोहब्बत करते करते अपने आप को खो देना, आप खुद जीसस बन जाइए। आपको जीसस की नकल नहीं करना, ये बहुत जरूरी है। आप कृष्ण से पूरा मोहब्बत करिए, लेकिन आप खुद कृष्ण बनिए। आपके हाथ में बांसुरी होनी चाहिए। तो कहीं आपको उनसे मिलाते भी हैं और कहीं आपको आज़ाद भी करवाते हैं। और उनकी आखिरी में उनकी कोशिश थी अपने शिष्यों को कि उनसे भी उनको आज़ाद होना है। बार बार वे चिताते रहे हमें कि नहीं, मुझे भी खूंटी मत बना लेना, मुझसे भी आज़ाद होना है। तो वो उनका एक प्रोसेस था। पहले तारीफ हमें बुलाएंगे, हम अगर मैं क्रिश्चियन हूँ, मैं जीसस का प्रेमी हूँ, तो जीसस के बारे में बहुत सुंदर सुंदर बातें मुझे सुनाएंगे। अब वो क्या होता, मेरा अहंकार बढ़ता जाता, मेरा बलून फूलता जाता, पर अचानक उनका कोई ना कोई बुराई करके उस सुई से चुभोते थे मुझे, और फिर बलून टूट जाता था। तो उनका एक प्रोसेस था, वो डिवाइस था, वो इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे। ना उनको जीसस से कोई लेना देना, ना क्रिश्चियनिटी से कोई लेना देना है, वो एक आपको साफ कर रहे थे ताकि आप अपने आप में हो सके। आपको नकल नहीं करना है, किसी को फॉलो नहीं करना है, आप स्वयं अपने आप में भगवान हैं, आप स्वयं अपने आप में बुद्ध हैं, आप स्वयं को जानिए। जीसस को अपने जान, जीसस ने स्वयं को जाना इसीलिए वो जीसस बने, बुद्ध अपने आप को जाना इसीलिए बुद्ध बने। हमें स्वयं को जानना है, ये उनकी सारी कोशिश थी। उसके लिए अलग अलग डिवाइसेस इस्तेमाल किए थे उन्होंने।
Excuse me, can I just say something to you? What I feel myself. Excuse me, sir. You asked a question. Okay. What I feel is that Osho spoke against the religions to encourage us to question them. So that because we were believing them blindly, I don't know, he wasn't saying, I'm going to say this and you have to believe me. He was saying, I am putting a question to you so you question it. You look for yourself. And if you want to do it, but don't just follow it blindly. And this is my understanding. He was being the devil's advocate. So everybody was just believing blindly. We all were. I was Christian, virgin birth, all that. But he just said, maybe he just gave us another way to look at it. So we could question it. Then we could choose whether we wanted to believe it or not. And if it resonated for us, we could hold on to it. He wasn't saying we had to believe it. He was just questioning us and making us to look. So that is my feeling about it. He was just giving us another option. He didn't say don't follow it. He said this is my understanding and I want to put another side of the story maybe. So that we weren't just following like sheep, not that there's anything wrong with that. If we feel to do it and it resonated with us, we could keep doing it. Yeah? If we found it real for us, but he was just making us question it. Well, that's my feeling on this one. And he was a spiritual master. He wasn't, as I say, a politician. He wasn't doing it against anybody. He just felt that we were maybe following blindly and it was good that we questioned. Like I questioned that I wasn't happy, even though I had everything. And then I went on search of something else. I never really found happiness. I just found myself. And I found that I was okay with everything that I was, even the shit. Even the shitty bits were okay, even the bitch was okay. They all had their play. So the rest is just politics. It's not what Osho was about. He played with it. Sorry. Anybody else have questions?
I fully agree that Osho was ahead of time. I'm a diehard fan of Osho. I experience myself any book, any paragraph, any sentence, there is a learning. But I would like to ask a question about that. Somebody mentioned about his presence today also in 2020, when now Osho has left his body. So I'm very curious to hear from the senior sannyasis that is there any mystic experience you have experienced when after Osho leaving his body, but still you feel his presence? I mean, you feel his presence from the existence, you feel his presence from the work, you feel his presence from his philosophy, or he's so much close to the heart that for every step you feel his presence. So can you just elaborate on this? Because I personally feel that now he's not having the limitation of the body. So maybe.
Okay, so it is like that. First of all, that he was already beyond the body. He was in the body, contained, but not he was the body. So while he was in the body, he did a lot of work fearlessly. Again I say rebellious. What is rebellious? Rebellious is when you are addicted to your habits and you have to come out of it. You rebel. You rebel to yourself. Just a few minutes ago, Jagdish Swami explained that. So Osho work on that to get out our own rebelliousness from inside, look inside, and more people, he helped them with meditation techniques, therapies, and then he said, actually, when I will be not in my body, my energy will be spread everywhere. And then I will be in my sannyasins dissolved in their hearts, in their bones, eyes, blood, their ears. I will become that. What they have learned from me, they will spread in more and more people. So, and then his quote is also that Osho never born, never died, only visited this planet during 1931 and 1990. So basically he was only in the body, little string attached, and that string also one day had to be detached. In fact, his prediction, which is becoming true, that he said, once I'm gone, more youngsters will come, more people will come, and more work will be done. And which is happening now. After he dissolved in the field of Buddhahood. So this is if you have anything else, you can ask.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
We have to close the session.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, audience, for being on.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Yeah. So here some other sessions will be there, so we can go outside. We
Thank
can
you.
talk.